Welcome to the Square Body Network. It's not really what this is called, but this is, you can see why I would say that, however. So, behold, got my man Owen here.
Hello.
And this is our ever-growing collection of 1978 C10 farm trucks. So this is just a brief introduction. We'll give you more details later on as things evolve. But to start with, let's see what we got here in the side yard. So, number one, we have, this is the truck we call Clarion, named after its original owner, who was, I got all this information secondhand, but I'm fairly sure it's accurate. Named for its original owner, who was a sweet corn farmer out of Sandwich, Illinois, named Clarion, and I can't remember his last name, but his name's Clarion, so now the truck is named Clarion after him. This truck has 18,000 original miles on it or so, apparently, which you wouldn't know by looking at the rust. It's very rusty on the exterior, but it's a good old farm truck that just went into town and back to sell sweet corn, from what I've been told. Beautiful work truck. It's a straight six. It's a 3 on the tree. We'll take the camera here and show you a few details in a minute. This truck we got from a good guy down in Paw Paw, Illinois, who you can check out his channel. It's called Restored, so take a look at that as well, because he's got a lot of interesting vehicles. But this here is Clarion. We've had him for how many weeks now?
Months now.
I don't know, yeah, 4 or 5 weeks he's been here. Traded a different truck for him. And now, if you look behind Clarion back there, you're gonna see Ron. That's Ron. So Ron we just picked up as a parts truck, really, for Clarion. But Ron's so cool that it's kind of hard to imagine Ron just being a parts truck. Am I right?
It's too nice.
Well, it's too nice in some ways, and we'll show you what we mean here in a minute. So, what do you think? Should we just do a tour of both trucks here? All right. Let me just get this down off here. Okay. So, Clarion, we got your 250 cubic inch 6-cylinder original equipment, and your 3-speed on the column, 3 on the tree if you will. Now this engine, you may notice, is a bit greasy. Got a lot of grime and grease on the back there. Leaves a nice little puddle on the ground wherever it goes.
Factory undercoating. Right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's all that is.
Underneath this truck is very well coated at this point. Runs good, drives good. No real problem except that it just leaks a crap ton of oil. It's actually had some stuff replaced and maintained pretty well. The guy that we got it from, or possibly the guy that he got it from, I don't know exactly who did everything, but put a new fuel pump on it. We got a new brake booster back there. We got power brakes on this truck. It's had a lot of little things done. I recently got new front brake hoses. They were kind of old and rotten and collapsing, so one of the brakes was locking up all the time. Drives great now. Got good brakes. This truck is power brake equipped, as you can see, non-power steering. So we got manual steering power brakes on this truck, which is, as you'll see, the opposite of Ron back there. But yeah, just a good old farm truck that doesn't really do anything more than exactly what you need it to cruise around real slow. This truck also recently acquired a white bumper. I just bought a bumper from LMC Truck, rattle canned it white. I think it looks pretty good actually. I need to do the bolts so it matches there. But I really like that look. This is a Big 10. It's a custom deluxe truck, so it's a base trim. Big 10, heavy half-ton. It would have originally been equipped, if it wasn't optioned with anything higher, it would have had a white bumper like that, and I really like that look. It had a chrome bumper on it when we got a hold of it, so I really wanted to do that and just put that on about a week ago. I really like the look. It's too clean for the rest of the truck. I need to scuff it up a bit maybe, but yeah. So that's Clarion. Clarion's good. Let's look at the inside here. Let's do an interior. Clarion's very clean inside. This is about the only thing that was done to this truck. One of the only things that was done to this truck in terms of like restoration or anything like that was this seat was recovered, and it's beautiful. It was done really well. The interior's in good shape overall, honestly. The dash looks nice. Everything's in pretty good shape other than the floor there. Let's not look at that too much. And there's some little stuff, obviously, but I mean, for considering what the exterior of the truck looks like, the interior is very nice. And actually, the rockers and everything are solid here. It's just like there's a lot of rust on the body of the truck. You know, fenders are bad, outside rockers are bad. There's a lot of rust spots here and everything. This truck, Clarion, has been lowered. You maybe can tell. That's the only other thing that's really been modified on it. I mean, it's an original work truck, but it's been lowered, so it's got a really nice kind of cruising vibe. You can sort of see pretty well there. So now, let's talk about Ron. Here's Ron. Ron also has a lot of rust on the outside. Ron's a good old truck too, though. Ron currently, let's look inside there. Ron was not optioned with an inside hood open latch. You just do it from outside, which that was an option on these trucks. Ron is also a 78 C10, same year, same drivetrain, believe it or not. This is a 250 cubic inch straight six. This one's had a little bit of work done. We just picked this one up from the original owner, the guy who ordered this truck new in 78. Lives not too far north of here, about 20 miles north. And his name is Ron, again, hence the name of this truck. Ron had done a few fun little mods on this. It's got a aftermarket intake. He had a 4-barrel on it at one point, and he said that didn't run very well, which is not surprising on this engine, I guess. He ended up putting the 1-barrel back on, so it's still got the aftermarket intake, but with an adapter for the 1-barrel. It's also got a header, split header into true duals, which is pretty cool. I dig that. But other than that, the engine itself is internally stock. This truck has over 100,000 miles on it, but it's, as you can see, drivetrain-wise, it's much cleaner than Clarion. It's not leaking oil everywhere like Clarion is, but so, you know, it is what it is. You may have noticed that it's got an aftermarket fuel system on it right now. When we got this truck into the yard about a week ago, it had no brakes, still has no brakes, and it also was not drawing fuel from the tank. The pump works great, but there's a blockage in the line between the tank and the pump somewhere, and so haven't dealt with that. But just to get it moved around the yard and get it out of the way, we rigged up a little fuel system there. I just threw the jug down low so I could get the hood shut. But that worked out great. Once you feed it a little gas out of the bottle into the pump, it ran really smooth, actually. Ran great to get out of there. Oh yeah, this truck has power steering added on. I believe that was not factory. I think Ron added that to this one. And this truck is manual brakes. So again, it's the opposite of Clarion. You may also notice the inner fenders are missing. Yeah, so custom, that's a race car thing.
Tires from 1978, original tires.
Original equipment tires are on this truck. I think you can see if we look down here. Yeah, that's real good right there. Looking good. These are not original hubcaps. Those are actually, I believe, from a 68 to 72 Chevy, but those were on Clarion when we got it. I got some different ones, which I actually had Owen pick up down here that I really like on Clarion, because these would have been the original style on the square body of this era. So I put those on here, and then we just threw these other ones on Ron just because they look kind of cool on there and they match the rustiness of the wheels. So let's look at Ron's interior, because it's honestly even better than Clarion. Yeah, pull that blanket off. This is original, like pretty much all original in here. Look at that seat. Look at that. Now, look at that. Well, so it's got some floor pan issues. This truck actually has major rust issues underneath the cab, which is why it was sold to us as a parts truck. It basically would need some serious work, not the frame itself, but you know, cab mounts, floor, everything underneath the cab is in pretty bad shape. You'll notice, however, that the box is like mint. And when I say mint here, I'm talking like Freiburger mint, obviously. Nice patina, nice surface rust, but
Illinois mint.
Illinois mint, that's what we'll call that.
Yeah.
There's plenty of great patina, but no holes in it. This bed is in better shape than Clarion, even though Clarion is actually pretty nice, honestly. Not bad. Clarion's bed is in better shape than the cab, and that is definitely true on Ron as well. But now, we haven't mentioned the toppers yet. You probably noticed the toppers.
Oh, floor shifter in here as well.
Oh yeah, sorry, forgot. Ron has been converted from a 3 on the tree to a 3 on the floor. So let's take a quick look there. Got a nice little Hurst Indy stick, which works great. Honestly, the transmission in this truck feels great. I've barely driven it, only around the yard because it has no brakes and no fuel system. But that is nice. Topper, excellent. Love the topper. Let's look at the decal back here, shall we?
Yeah.
We got the 1981 Carcraft Street Machine Nationals sticker. That's because Ron, the guy Ron, that we bought this truck from, actually drove this to the 81 Carcraft Street Machine Nationals. And you'll notice, when he did that, he camped in the back. Look at that paneling. Look at this. Floor, ceiling, walls, got a little battery powered light up here. The box on this truck is almost mint. There is not a speck of rust that you can see inside of the bed up there. It's wild.
Not even a dent.
We got a couple extra sets of period correct custom wheels with this truck, and nice wagon wheels, and some black D windows that are pretty nice too. Look how nice the tailgate is. They both have those old school step bumpers, which are pretty cool. So yeah, that's the, I don't know that this channel that we're starting here with this video has a name, but if we do, it's gonna be square body related, I can tell you that. We being my wife and I recently moved into this house about, well, mid-June, so like 6-7 weeks ago, I don't know, something like that. And I was saying this morning when we were moving these trucks around out here, you know, when we moved in here, we had exactly 0 78 Chevy C10 farm trucks
Now we got
in
two.
this yard. That's a large increase in 78 Chevy C10 farm trucks in a short amount of time, which I'm not unhappy about. I think they're both super cool. Let's look at the stickers on Clarion's topper too. This one I added myself here just because, you know, keep on trucking. And this one was already on it from the previous owner, so I mean, that's how I knew that it was something we had to have. When he was sending me photos, I saw that sticker and I was like, yep, that is the truck for us. So we have, oh yeah, open that up. Got some body panels. We now have 3 extra front fenders. We have a matched pair, and then we have this one extra one, which are original replacement fenders from the 80s. So they're really nice ones. 2 of those will go on to Clarion eventually. And then I don't know, you know, if Ron ends up getting put back on the road, then the other one can go on Ron, I guess. And maybe we'll find a 4th one. But let's see, did I forget anything? Owen, help me out here. Anything else important?
I can think of it, yes.
So there's Ron. Ron is that Saratoga silver? Is that the color?
I believe so.
I know it's something that starts with an S.
Cordova brown.
And this Clarion is Cordova brown, the Big 10.
The only option Ron has that Clarion doesn't would be a sliding rear glass.
Oh yeah,
That's
sliding rear window.
the
Yep,
one
yep.
special
I
thing
forgot
about
about
this
that.
truck.
So that's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that or not, but yeah. So there we are.
Custom deluxe.
Yeah, both custom deluxe trucks. Kind of crazy that we found a parts truck that is like another 78, same trim, same drivetrain, so similar, same topper. I mean, it's kind of wild, I think. And really don't have much money invested in these 2 trucks yet. A little bit here and there, and undoubtedly there will be some more, but so far, just kind of thinking they're cool. And Clarion's going to be a cruiser. He'll eventually get a few little upgrades. Ron, hopefully, will eventually find himself on the road. He's just going to need a few more things in order to make that happen. I mean, I'm not opposed to driving a truck with no floor pan. I just got to have brakes and a fuel system that's not a can under the hood. That's all. So, that's it. That's what we got so far for you. Welcome to the, what'd I call it? The Square Body Network? I don't know. We'll figure something out. Anyway, that's all for now.